What a knockout. Cory Sandhagen puts out Frankie Edgar 28 seconds into the first round with a huge flying knee after feeling out like 27 seconds of the fight. Notice that Cory Sandhagen never once do some powerful strike with his hands or with his feet before throwing the flying knee. That is precision, and more than anything, that's a lot of confidence throwing a flying knee like that in a matchup against a wrestler who everybody thinks would have a good shot at winning this fight if he got Cory Sandhagen to the ground. But Sandhagen was not reckless, even though he threw what some will say a suicide move out there with that flying knee, especially against a wrestler. He measured everything before it happened. There were feints in the fight. He constantly moved out to his left, switching stances as he does it, so it does give off the angle for Frankie Edgar to shoot in a takedown, and Frankie engaged in a striking match with Cory Sandhagen. Never once did he even look to shoot him for a takedown against Cory, even though he had one huge opportunity and opening to shoot when Cory started covering up on the cage as Frankie was attacking with his hooks around the guard, attacking high, shooting down low. This may have reassured to Cory Sandhagen that Frankie was looking to strike with him, because in that position right there, Cory had to have known that there probably would have been a takedown coming at him. Now, there are a few things you have to take note here. Cory Sandhagen is way taller than Frankie. He's 5'11", Frankie's 5'6". So the flying knee is going to be such a destructive weapon against someone so much shorter. And number two, Frankie dropped his levels twice in the fight before getting hit by that flying knee. Once 11 seconds in the fight, and then the other time 22 seconds into the fight, 6 seconds before getting knocked out. Cory's focused, he's gauging, and then he gets a sudden but slight feint that Frankie bites on. What does Frankie do? He lowers his levels and he picks his hands up. Afterward, Cory goes and throws in a jab as well as fading out to his own left, getting away from anything that Frankie Edgar can potentially counter with, and Frankie again lowered his levels. He tried to parry the jab, moved his head to the left, and then moved to the right, and every single time he moved his head, he lowered his stance even more. And then you notice Cory just watching him, calculates everything he's doing. There's no wasted movement from Cory Sandhagen at all. The next time Frankie lowered his stance was when Cory Sandhagen just went for a simple switch inside leg kick. Frankie ducked down, picked his hands up, and moved away thinking that the kick was probably going to be to the body. But he's able to move away from it just in time. Cory swings the kick around, retracts, gets back into stance, and he calculates everything. Almost every time he threw something at Frankie Edgar, Frankie's response was to lower his levels. And this is exactly what happened when he threw the flying knee. So he most likely thought 24 seconds into the fight, hey, it's time to throw the flying knee. No more calculating, I think I got this down. There is no masking, there's no setup, just throws a naked flying knee. Frankie goes and steps into his left and is looking to duck under something and load up the right hand, right? He's trying to counter whatever he thought Sandhagen was going to throw at him with a overhand right and drops his head right into the knee, magnifying the damage, puts him out cold, and nobody's ever done this to Frankie Edgar before. No one's ever knocked out Frankie Edgar in this sort of fashion 28 seconds into the fight on a man who was known to have a legendary chin. And the young Cory Sandhagen did it very easily. Get this guy a title shot. That's his next fight. The winner of Petrion versus Aljamain Sterling has to fight Cory Sandhagen 100%. So it was a quick, short fight with a few calculations up until it gave Cory enough confidence to throw in the high-risk, high-reward attack. And it paid off, man. This knockout was pretty hard to watch, man. Frankie has always been loved by everybody. All the fans like this guy. He's the ultimate underdog. He was a lightweight champion without needing to cut weight to make the division. Went down to 145, was even small in that weight class, had amazing wins there. Finally comes down to his natural weight class, and he gets done like this. One of the few times I witnessed an amazing knockout and did not cheer right afterward. I really felt bad for Frankie Edgar there. But you cannot help but feel great for Cory Sandhagen. This is the young taking out the old. It is just part of the game. You stay in the game long enough, this is the kind of thing that can happen to you. Look what happened to Alistair Overeem in the main event as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to thumbs up, if you enjoyed my content, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.